Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles. If you're joining me here for the very first time, I do fragrance related content on this channel. I post 4 to 5 times a week. However, I do have other mixed bag of content as well, just to make sure that the channel in itself is exciting. So if that sounds like something that interests you, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. I'd appreciate it if you became part of the family. Now, to those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Now, welcome to 10 Middle Eastern fragrances that are spicy and woodsy. The most important thing is they're not OUD. So if you are one of those people that are into spicy, woodsy scent, that kind of thing, but you are not so big on OUD, these ones are probably going to do it for you. So the first one on this list, guys, is going to be Ebony Fume by Fragrance World. I'm going to spray it in the air just to remind myself. But let me say, first of all, you can see that this is going to be inspired by Tom Ford's Ebony Fume. Looking at the knot pyramid for this fragrance, you may be, kind of put off thinking this is going to be on the heavy side. Everything that builds up this composition is sometimes made in such a way that the fragrance in itself becomes heavy. But I'm here to say, no, guys, this is a gender neutral, very versatile fragrance, very easy on the nose. The heavy notes here are not presenting themselves as heavy. It is rather a warm, spicy, woody, leathery scent that's going to tick the boxes for anyone who likes that kind of composition. It's blended to perfection, guys. Nothing off-putting in this particular fragrance. And if you're the sort of person that loves to be wrapped around an element of mystery, fragrance-wise, this is gonna give it to you. So on our number one recommendation is going to be Ebony Fume by Fragrance World. The second one on the list, guys, is going to be Prime from the company Milestone Perfumes, inspired by Frederic Mal's Promise. This fragrance is gonna give you a little bit of everything. It's spicy, it's woodsy, it's embery, it's fruity, it's floral. There is an unmistakable crisp apple here that somehow manages to hold on for the longest time. The presentation in itself, the DNA is quite synthetic, a little bit on the chemical side, but it's beastly, guys. 2-3 sprays of this is going to last you all day. When I wore this, a lot of people were telling me I was smelling so nice, but it ended up being in the back burner of my fragrances because it was a little bit on the heady side, pushing it to headache inducing, there. It does have the inclusion of clove, which works well with all the other notes, adding somewhat of a spicy, woodsy character and a rosy fruitiness at the same time. So if you like that kind of thing, this fragrance is gonna give it to you. No oud in here. Beautiful scent overall, if it doesn't push it to headache inducing for you like it does for myself. So on number 2, guys, is Prime by the company Milestone. Sitting on number 3, guys, is this fragrance. If you are sick and tired of how Creed Aventus has been copied and copied and copied by a lot of companies, this is going to give you a fresh take to Creed Aventus. This is from the company Kalash and it's called Infini Absolute. Infini Absolute doesn't kill the character of Creed Aventus DNA. What it just simply does is it revamps it with a pronounced spiciness there, a little bit of a smokiness there, and a touch of woodsiness, making it a very interesting fragrance, if you will. So if you love the original DNA of Creed Aventus, but you'd like a twist, then this is definitely one that I would recommend that you put your nose to, guys. So Infini Absolute by the company Kalash. On our number 4, guys, is Lattafa's Opulent Musk. This fragrance is in the same vein as Tiziana Terenzi's Spirito Fiorentino, but both of them are built around the 540 DNA. The addition of the precious woods in here, birch, spices, leather, and white florals make this one, have like a woodsy, spicy take there, and it's going to tick the boxes for those people that maybe want a twist on the traditional 540, a spicy, woodsy, warm, kind of twist there, a little bit of an aromaticness there. So yes, guys, number 4 is going to be Lattafa's Opulent Musk. The 5th one on the list, guys, is going to be Ishq from Swiss Arabian. This is basically class in a bottle, and it's not because it's a Swiss Arabian fragrance, it's just because that's how it translates to my nose. Now, Ishq, guys, is your warm, spicy, leathery scent with a touch of smokiness there. Very faint smokiness. What you're going to carry all through is a waxy, woody, vanilla fragrance with a touch of elegance there, nothing pushing to the limit. The woods in here are tamed. Everything in here is tamed, if you will. And it is another one that is genderless. So whether you're a man or you're a woman, you want to try this one. This is definitely one that I would recommend. Not so much on the affordable side, but it's value for your money nonetheless. So on our number 5, guys, is Ishq by Swiss Arabian. Frenetic Delicious from Paris Corners Amie line is sitting on our number 6. Now, this is a fragrance with a lot going on here. A little bit of a complexity to this fragrance. Very difficult to describe, because if you look at the mix that builds this fragrance, it looks like it would have been one of those that are gonna clash and not work, because it gives you boozy, it gives you sour, leather, woods, spices, tonka, and guess what? Milk as well. This is niche in quality, but it doesn't push the boundaries, if you will. So it will maintain what it is, which is a very special, unusual DNA, but not necessarily being off-putting. This is Blind by Safe. If you don't initially like Frenetic Delicious, it's going to be a fragrance that you are probably going to warm up to. Also has a very yummy caramel with it. Sitting on our number 6 is Frenetic Delicious by Emir. Sitting on our number 7, guys, is Georgians The Lion Heart by the company Flavia Perfumes. This is inspired by Penhaligon's The Roaring Redcliffe. I have raved about this fragrance, guys, because it's just a delight to the nose. It gives me a spicy aromaticness there carried by some woods. This is definitely a fragrance that if you love your fragrances leathery, if you love your fragrances tobacco-y, if you love your fragrances woodsy and spicy, it's gonna give it to you. It also has a little bit of some nostalgicness there because of that raw tobacco leaf note, and it also has that rum note pushing it to the boozy side. So if that is your cup of tea, guys, this is probably going to do it for you. Our number 7, guys, was Georgians The Lion Heart. On our number 8, guys, is a Barrage Carmine by F.A. Paris. To me, this fragrance is heaven in a bottle. If you love your cinnamon and honey mixed together there, touch of rose, woods as well, loads of spiciness going on with this fragrance, but it is a soft, spicy feel, if you will. Nothing as well is too much in here. It is sweet and it is gourmand leaning. Also has a feel of matureness to it without being dated. So you are going to be wrapped around warm spices wearing this fragrance. No oud in this one, and everything is in sync. Dries down a little powdery though. After 2 hours, after all these other notes kind of dry down, you are going to be in a spicy, woodsy, mostly powdery kind of feel. So anyway, enough said. Sitting on number 8, guys, is a Barrage Carmine by F.A. Paris. On our number 9 and second from the last is going to be Lattafa's Halta blend, right? It says blend of Lattafa. There's just so many. I don't know whether to call it blend of Lattafa or to call it Halta. Okay, but anyway, it's this beautiful bottle. If you see this bottle around and you were wondering what the contents of this bottle smell like, this is your soft, spicy, semi-sweet, woody scent. This has hints of fruits as well. Let me just give it a quick spray here. So it's going to be a little bit on those fruity. It's going to be a little bit on the fruity side, in as much as it is aromatic and spicy, sweet as well there, with a touch of what feels like a nutmeg. You are going to be wrapped up in a warm spiciness carrying this fragrance. It is another one that is gender neutral, but I'm going to say it is a profile that probably a lot of women will like, but it doesn't scream feminine. It just has that sweetness that is a bit on the upside there, making it probably a fragrance that's going to be favored more by women than it would be favored by men. But that sweetness in the 2-hour mark or so kind of goes away, leaving you with an umbrella of spiciness and woodiness around you. So if you wanted another option, this is one for you. Lattafa Halta blend of Lattafa. On our number 10, guys, and the last one is going to be Waffa. Waffa is from the house OUD Al Zafran. If you are into slightly green scents, spray it a little. I've just been taking little breaks so that my you know, my scent bubble doesn't really mix up and then get me confused. But do take note that I have done reviews of all these fragrances singularly, so if you want in-depth reviews, you can then check them out there. This one, guys, is called Waffa. It's spicy with hints of chocolate and hints of tea there. There is also what feels like a coffee note, so I don't know how they managed to do that, tea and coffee, you know, in just one fragrance. This is dark, it's grown, opens up with a very aromatic, green leaning, boozy, masculine touch to it, but dries down unisex. Now when I say opens up, this opening you will carry probably for an hour and a half. So if you're a woman and that bothers you, this is probably not going to be for you. But if you're a man, it just carries that theme all through, and as it dries down to give hints of that feminine feel that you get there, that enjoyable feel, it also still keeps that masculine thing. So it gives you a perfect balance in the 1 hour, 1.5 hour mark going forward. It's just a fragrance that manages to break itself, you know, into 2 portions. If you went into a store to test it out, it might be one of those fragrances that doesn't do it for you. But if you tested it on your arm, or you took the tester strip with you, you may then start to wonder an hour in, what is that it smells nice? That's what you get from this fragrance. It has 2 facets to it there. I just thought to mention that, so that if you purchase it and you're a woman and it's like, oh my god, what is this? No, this fragrance will kind of, you know, serve both genders without a problem. So your warm, aromatic, spicy scent right there, Waffa by OUD Al Zafran, is sitting on our number 10. So that sums up this video, guys. Those were warm, spicy fragrances from the Middle East without oud. Why I thought to do this video is this was not a video suggestion, rather. It is just somebody who came in my comment section asking if I could recommend just spicy scents. And I thought, oh, okay, that is a good idea. I haven't put out one of these, I think, in a year or year and a half. So if you are the sort of person who loves your fragrances warm and spicy, but without the oud, these 10 are gonna do it for you. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. What are some of the warm, spicy fragrance recommendations that you have, you know, for me today? Turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. And have you subscribed? If not, then why not? Like and share this video, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.